Hello, everyone. This is Justine Shine, your double gold Evo 200 consultant. I'm part of the Platinum organization Team Sky. I am team leader of Team Eclipse, and I'm also a presenter and trainer. So thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Zoëtry Agua Punta Cana from my firsthand experience. Back in September, the last week of September this year, my husband and I went there for our honeymoon. We just absolutely loved our experience. It was the absolute best. I can't really give any more amazing words to the people that work there and the amazing service that they give. So today I'll talk a lot about the amenities that they provide. I'll talk a little bit about the AMR collection, show you, the master agent rates you can get after completing certification with the AMR collection specifically for Zoëtry Agua. And then some other fun facts about the resort in general, along with some photos from our experience while we were there. So here we go. So first off, Zoëtry, like I said, is part of the AMR collection, and they're actually the wellness category within the collection, and also considered luxury travel. Right, they're 5-star resorts. They have amazing ratings and awards. It is a relatively quiet resort, but it does have a daily activities list that allows people to either choose to stay and relax and rejuvenate, or even have a day where it's a little busier so people can kind of mix and match their experience to what they really want it to be. Right. And so the Zoëtry resorts, there's also some located in Mexico, Spain, Jamaica, and St. Lucia. All right, the one in St. Lucia is actually opening this December, on December 1st, which is super exciting. So my hope is to be able to go over there next year. We'll see. All right, and I've included the link specifically to the Zoëtry collection part of the AMR collection for you to use. When I upload this video, it'll be a YouTube link, and so you'll have in the description of this video ability to click on that link and visit. All right. By the way, guys, as I'm going through this, if you have any questions at all, any comments, anything, please put them in the chat box and I'll get to them as I can throughout the presentation. So thank you for that. So Zoëtry Agua Punta Cana has been a honeymoon favorite as a AAA 4-diamond award winner since 2012. Guys, that's a whole decade, right? So that really speaks wonders to this resort and what they can offer. They are a little bit of a smaller resort. They only have 96 luxury suites. They do have a few different room categories that we'll take a look at as well. All right, it's located directly on the Vera Alta beach. All right, and I'm talking, guys, like way out there. It's a whole 45-minute drive from the airport, right? So if you have a client that you feel this resort is going to be a good match for, the 45-minute drive honestly is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Approximate, I suppose, right? Because it depends on if you have a private transfer where you're going directly from the airport directly to the resort with no stops, or if you're going to do a shared transfer, which is, stopping at a bunch of different places on the way. We had the shared transfer, which I would not do again because we stopped at so many resorts on the way. Zoëtry is the last one. It's like way down there. Right, so if you look over here, here's the airport, and we stopped probably about 5 or 6 times all the way throughout these different areas. So Bavaro, Macau, all the way down. What's really cool about Zoëtry Agua Punta Cana is that they also have a helicopter transfer that you can book for your clients. How cool is that? It's an additional charge, of course, because honestly, that would be kind of crazy if it was complimentary. But I can also show you on the website where you can book that for your clients. Okay. So Zoëtry has, well, Agua Punta Cana, let me say. This specific resort has 4 restaurants, a cafe, a sushi bar, poolside bar, technically 2 poolside bars, and a lobby bar. So there really is, even though it's a small resort, a really good amount of places to go. And honestly, when we were there, it was not very crowded. Granted, the time of year we were there was not super popular. But even so, it's laid out in a way where, you know, you might run into people here and there and whatnot, but it's never going to be crowded, right? The atmosphere as well, you know, it's not labeled as adults only. There's a little bit of a discrepancy if you research on different sites about this resort. Some say, yes, it's adults only. Some say kids are allowed for an extra fee, right? So consider that with your clients as well. When we went there, there was actually a family leaving. So we did see older children there. However, this place is not the kind of resort where you're going to have loud kids running around. It really is a quiet relaxation place with some really great things to do if you choose, right? So out of the restaurants I mentioned, they have different menus. They have Italian, Mediterranean, American, Caribbean, Asian food menus, and I know I'm missing at least one or two. So they have a really great variety. Some of the restaurants actually trade off menus, so you can experience different things at different places, right? Every restaurant has a different chef. They also have 7 different room categories, some with a swim up option, some with garden view, and some with ocean view options, right? So my husband and I, we actually stayed literally right here. I kid you not, that was our room, right? So it was right in the center of the resort, which is awesome. This pool right here is called the Serpentine Pool. And then if you go all the way down here, you can kind of see the beach and the ocean. That is where another pool is. And then over here, beyond everything, is another pool and a restaurant on each side. This right here is a restaurant as well, right? So in terms of other restaurants, I just already went over that, so never mind, thank you. So let's talk about what's included in this resort, because it is an all-inclusive resort, as are almost every single 99.9% of the resorts in the Dominican Republic, right? So at this resort, all food and beverages are included, regardless of it being specialty dining, because at Zoëtry, all you get is specialty dining. It's all incredible food. We never had a bad meal. It was just really great. 24-hour in-room dining, right? So every morning we would have breakfast in bed, which was amazing at no extra cost at all. Each room at the resort actually has a box on the outside of your room specifically for the room service. So if you can leave a note when you order for them to leave it in the box, and that way you're not interrupted, bothered, woken up too early or anything like that, right? So when you get to the resort, you'll be given welcome drinks like champagne. You'll be given a cold towel, because let's be real, it is hot in the Dominican, depending on more so certain times of year, right? You're going to get personalized butler service from right when you get off of your transfer onto the resort up until the time you get onto your shuttle to go to the airport and beyond, honestly. And I'll talk about that experience in a second, right? There's a daily activities list, which I'll show you later. They have unlimited access and use of the hydrotherapy spa pool, sauna, steam room, and showers at their full service spa area. There's no check-in or check-out time. Sometimes that's subject to availability. So you're gonna want to just double check on that for your clients. They have maid service 3 times a day with mini bar refreshment each time. So we were never low on alcohol, drinks, water, whatever. Even our in-room amenities like shampoo and stuff, even if we had only used the bottle once, they took them away and put new ones in. Come all refreshed. Nightly personalized turn down service. So since my husband and I were there for our honeymoon, they left really cute like flower patterns in our room everywhere. It was just really cute. 24-hour laundry service for free. Okay. Pool and beach weight service, concierge services. So you'll be given an Amstar representative, right? Interacting with them is free, but it does cost to book excursions and whatnot. However, the free part of it is great to come to them and ask them for opinions on what you should do in the local area, right? There's stylish VIP arrival. and unlimited 24/7 access to the fitness center. So let me go back and just talk about that personalized butler service for a second. So each room that is booked at this resort is given a personal butler, right? And this butler is basically your main man, right? Or woman, depending, throughout your entire experience, right? They're going to be there. Anything you need, if you want a reservation made for a dinner on the beach, they'll do that. Any extra amenities that you want in your room, they'll take care of. They use WhatsApp to communicate, right? So you can just, they're a text away and that's it. They're even willing to, right, go to the bar and get drinks for you and bring them to where you are. I kind of felt bad for our butler because we weren't used to that kind of service. This is our first time at a luxury place. And so we didn't really ask him to do too much. And he kept trying to find us to ask us what we needed. So the service, guys, is just absolutely amazing. They want your experience to truly be the absolute best, right? Even upon arrival, you know, our room wasn't quite ready yet. We got there a little sooner than they expected. And so our butler said, well, let me just tour you around the resort, right? So he took us around everywhere, showed us everything, how to get to our room once it was ready. He wouldn't even let us carry our bags, right? He took care of everything for us. So let's keep going. Daily activities list. So as I mentioned, all of these things are in the all-inclusive amenities. So rum, wine, liquor tastings, right? They have painting on the beach. They have agua fitness. They have nightly live shows, music and entertainment. So some of those that we experienced were a circus show. They had a flamenco show, and a couple other similar type things with dancing, singing, and so on and so forth. They have dance classes, food tastings, tea time, Spanish lessons, yoga classes. They have a beverage of the day. They have cigar rolling classes, and they even have cornhole, chess, ping pong, volleyball, kayaking, and those kind of small things to do. So really a very good variety of things to do. Before I go on to this, that daily activities list, it's not, let me go back for a second. It's not all of these things every single day. They take some of those things and cycle through them throughout the week, right? And you'll find too that a lot of these things you'll have the same staff with you, right? So an even more personalized experience at this place, which was something that was huge for us. We kept seeing the same staff throughout, so we developed really good relationships with people, and it just elevated everything. See a question in the chat box. 1 second. Oh, hi, Denise. All right, so exclusive amenities. So what I mean by that is that there are, with each Zoëtry resort, there is a small select amenities that are select just that resort. So at Zoëtry Agua Punta Cana, you and your clients are going to get 45-minute horseback riding on the beach, 25-minute head, neck, and shoulder massage, transfer from airport to resort by helicopter, specific at this resort, right? That costs extra. And then catamaran, right? So the first two and the last are included. You don't pay anything extra for those things either, just the helicopter transfer. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So other amenities that they offer, for additional charges, of course, you know, there's specialty bottled wine and champagne menu, and that comes with the dinner on the beach. There is full service spa. They have couples massages, hot stone, all the different types of massages you could think of. They have facial peels and other kinds of things for your skin. Let's see, excursions booked through your Amstar representative, right? So like I said, you will have an assigned Amstar representative when staying at this resort. right? Part of their job is to make sure that your transfer, when you leave, is going to be on time and taken care of, but also they're going to meet with you and show you your options for different excursions if you choose to leave the resort. So one excursion that we did do was called, oh my gosh, I can't remember right now. But it had an adventure park. That's what it was. It was about a 30-minute drive probably from the resort. And they had zip lining, they had ATVs, they had this nature-made lagoon that we got to swim in, horseback riding, and they have a option with that excursion with lunch included, so we did that and had Dominican lunch. It was a great experience. All right, so next they also have scuba diving, kite surfing lessons, and fishing available, again for additional charge. Okay, and lastly, gratuities and tips are included at this resort, but because of the great service that they provide, I recommend bringing extra cash to tip them extra because they really do deserve it for all the work that they do. All right. So let's talk about where you can book this resort, and then I'm going to go ahead onto the AMR collection site and show you around with this resort, the different rooms, and then show you the master agent rates I mentioned earlier. So you can directly book through AMR. You'll earn commission that way, right? You can also get commission by booking through Vax, Expedia, Tap, which is twice on here, sorry. Not a preferred vendor, right? So this is a last resort to use them. There's also Vacation Express, Beds Online, Room Res, Pleasant Holidays, and Delta Vacations, right? So guys, remember that Pleasant Holidays and Delta Vacations, you have to wait to register with. So check in the Travel Cafe for that. But all of these other vendors are in the Travel Cafe to register with, except for the very first one. All right, so just a few photos from our experience. While I'm doing this, if you guys have questions so far, go ahead and put those in the chat box, okay? So here's some of the food that we had. This does not do it justice necessarily, but these are the photos that we had taken. In the top right, this was a flamenco live music night show. Over in the bottom left, this is a view from one of the restaurants that we had breakfast at every morning. Right, this is the room that we stayed in, right? So if you have a special occasion going on at no cost to you or your client, you get a cute little banner put onto your room. It also helps the maid service personalize your turn down service and the maid service throughout the day. Right, so it's a very clean, well put together room. And guys, I forgot to mention this earlier. When we stayed here, this was right after the hurricane like completely swiped everything in the Caribbean islands, right? And again, that was the last week of September, this past September. So when we got to the resort, honestly, when we got to the airport, we were expecting to maybe see, you know, a little bit of a mess on the resort because they were still cleaning up. When we got there, it was impeccable. It looked like nothing hit it at all because they worked hard to put it back together, you know. So again, they really care about your experience, right? I think I have, yes, one more page of pictures. So this is from the beach right here, and that beach is also seen from this pool in the center. And then off to the right, this is just what some of the other part of the resort looks like. They do have a walkway that's kind of like a figure eight throughout the resort. So our first day there, we didn't know that. So we got lost at night and had a hard time getting back. But in the daytime, it's easily navigable. All right. So there is that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this and go to the website I mentioned. Pull it from here. All righty. While that's loading, let me take a look at the chat box. No questions, guys? Really? No comments, anything like that? Feel free to unmute. That's okay. All right. All right. So when you go to the AMR Collection home website, let me put that link in the chat box for you in just a second. There we go. Oh my gosh, my chat box keeps disappearing, guys. So sorry, you're gonna see some weird gray boxes probably. All right, so that is the link directly to the AMR Collection website. So you can search around at all of the different collections they have within the AMR Collection. All right, so let's go right to Zoëtry. I'm gonna go to Agua Punta Cana. Right now, guys, they're having a 40% off sale for rooms. And I believe that's throughout all of the AMR Collection. And you also will get $200 in resort credit used towards bottled wine, champagne, spa services, as well as the romantic dinner on the beach that I mentioned. So we did all of those things. The beach dinner, oh my gosh, was absolutely incredible. I highly recommend for yourself or recommendation to your clients that they ask their butler about when sunset happens, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So here, let's just take a look at the gallery real quick, and then we'll get into the different room types that they have. There we go. There we go. So yes, very clean looking. It's just absolutely beautiful. We were just, our breath was taken away, honestly. Here is the little tea time area that's kind of in the center of the resort. This was really cute. They have little snacks over here, little pastries. They also have, you know, the tea here, and you can just sit down and hang out with some of the staff and just talk. And there's that. This is the lobby area. Right over here on the right is the lobby bar. And this is where they have a lot of the live music and entertainment happening, unless it's a dance show. So actually they had the circus show right here, which was kind of crazy. It was wild. Here are pictures of some of the different rooms. We're going to take a look at that specifically in a second, so I'm going to skip over that. Here, oh my gosh, guys, the hydrotherapy circuit. It is one of the most relaxing things ever. And I'm wondering, have any of you ever experienced this kind of thing at a different resort that you've ever stayed at? Put it in the chat box. Yes or no? Haley asks, is it near any area attractions or too far away? So Haley, I feel like this resort might be kind of far out. You know, when we did the adventure park excursion, that was about a 30-minute drive, but we had to pick people up on the way. So added time to that, you know. But again, let's go back to the first slide. You can kind of tell, here's the airport, right? It's way up there. So it's kind of far away. Elizabeth, yes, it does look relaxing. I know, right? It's absolutely incredible. Haley says, yes, I love the hydrotherapy. We experienced that at a Sandals resort. Oh my gosh, yes, it's incredible, right? So my husband and I, we would come here every single day, right? Because it's included. You don't need to pay anything to use this, along with the sauna and the steam room, which has peppermint oil in it. So we would do the circuit where you would go into the sauna or steam room, you come out, do a cold pressure shower, you go in this pool and do the whole experience, take a cold shower, and then that was that. You just relax, and it really does wonders for the body. Hence why they are a wellness resort, right, guys? Let's keep taking a look. Okay. Let's see. Oh, restaurants and bars. That's what I'm trying to get to. All right, so I'll tell you a little bit about these. So the Keiku, this is the true poolside bar. There is another one, but you have to get out of the pool. It just happens to be in a restaurant that's next to the pool, so they call it a poolside bar. But this is the only swim up poolside bar that they have, right? So there's that. There's also at this place a sushi bar with absolutely incredible sushi. They have a specific chef that makes them every single day. Let's see. This is the Amaya restaurant. When we were there, it was closed, getting fixed from the hurricane. So I can't really tell much about it, but I'm sure it's a great experience. And I know that they're supposed to have a steakhouse menu. Here is the Coco Cafe. We can get coffee throughout the day, tea, again, all included. They have really good pastries. Earlier in the day, they have lunch type snacks. Here is it's not Piragua, Indigo. So this is the restaurant right on the beach, and they have breakfast and lunch. And this is the restaurant that has a pool off to the left of it. Here we have Indigo at night. Let's keep going. This is Olena. They are the Italian restaurant. Absolutely incredible food. And this is located in the lobby area. This is Piragua, and they are in the center of the resort, really. And they cycle through Caribbean and Mediterranean menu. While we were there, they had the steakhouse because that other restaurant I mentioned was closed. And then we're back to the beginning of that. So there is probably everything I want to show with that. Let me go over to the rooms that they have. So they have different categories, as I mentioned, right? They have romantic rooms. They have swim up suites. They have the beachfront suites. They have a penthouse suite. So let's take a look at some of those now. So here is this one. Oh my gosh, beautiful, right? A villa with a private pool. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so this is going to be a beachfront room. It's really, really nice. I think this one has 2 bedrooms, I believe, because they do have more than one bathroom. Right, just very, very nice. Let's see what else they have. Garden view rooms is probably going to be, yeah, this one's the same, so we're going to move on. Let's take a look at the penthouse suite. Ooh. Another thing, guys, in your room when you arrive, you'll be given a welcome bottle of rum as well, a fruit basket, and a couple other amenities, all included. So here, if you see this tablet here, that is where you can order room service. So it's just, you know, a touch of a couple buttons and that's it, nice and simple. Right. This nice jacuzzi tub. Absolutely beautiful. So right here is the beach. And then let me go back. This is that swim up bar that I mentioned as well. It's really, really pretty. All right, let's keep looking. Now we're getting more to our basic rooms. This is oceanfront, again with a private pool. And again, very, very beautiful. A nice furnished terrace. Very nice. Okay. And let's take a look at one more. Let's take a look at the swim up. Okay, so here is that serpentine pool that goes throughout the resort. Nice soaking tub in there. Yeah. And so I already showed you the room that we stayed in, which would have been, where is it? this one right here, the Romantic Junior Suite Garden Views. This just overlooked the rest of the resort, right? And that's it in terms of rooms. So now let's take a look at those master agent rates that I mentioned. So if we go to, go back, we're gonna go to the AMR Collection homepage. And click on travel agents. Okay. If we scroll down, right here is what you guys want, is the AMR agents tab. So when you click on that, if you've never registered, you'll go ahead and register with them. I can walk through that right now really quick. So only fill out the required sections, guys, okay? Just the red asterisks. So obviously this top section will be your information. Same thing down here. And then all you need to do is fill in Archer's IATA number, okay? You'll select home-based agent, a consortia. If applicable, we are Travel Leaders Network, so you will choose that. Hit the boxes and register, okay? Any questions about that? Since you have the link, you might as well do it now, right? While we're here, in case you have questions. Okay, no questions, I will keep going. All right, so let me go back one and get logged in. And we'll take a look at those rates. Honestly, my favorite part of the job, right, guys? Not only do we get to send people to amazing places, but we can send ourselves there for half the cost most of the time, which is incredible. Okay, so what you'll do right here is click on Master Agent Course. Right here, click here to begin the course, and they're gonna have you go through all of these different classes, and you have to have 100% on all of them. You'll then get this here, right? You can print your certificate. You get a master agent logo that you can attach to other things like your email, put it on your social media, so on and so forth, along with the certificate that I mentioned. So now let's go here and take a look at those rates. Agent and, oh, I did it wrong. 1 second. We're gonna click on agent rates. Okay, so here, once you have completed the master agent courses, you'll be able to unlock this screen where it'll show all of the rates. So we're going to do Zoëtry Wellness Resort. Haley asks, do we need to be an agent for 6 months to register with AMR? No, absolutely not. You can register at any time. So you could do it right now. That's totally fine. Yep. Okay, so area, we're going to do the Dominican. We'll just do, since we're talking about Zoëtry Agua, let's take a look at that. So the thing with the master agent rates, guys, is you can only look 3 months ahead. Okay, so what's today's date? November 9th. So let's just go ahead and take a look at mid-December. Hopefully they actually have some available. We'll just stick with 3 nights. Oh no. That's the thing with the master agent rates, guys, is that it goes so quickly. So quickly. Let me see if they have anything in January. We'll do 2 nights. Maybe we'll have better luck. Yes, perfect. Awesome. Right, so it's going to say we're holding your rate for 20 minutes, right? So you have 20 minutes to figure it out, right? No pressure, guys. So let's say that I'm going to pick this room. We'll go here, hit select. And again, it says master agent rate, so you know that you're getting the rate that you're looking for, right? Guys, it is $920 total. All you have to do is pay $460 to officially book, and then you have a final payment date for the rest. How crazy is that? Okay, look at this, all right? Because I'm going to go show you what it would be if you were just the average person. Okay, it's almost $500 a night, I think. So you're saving so much money. It's very much worth it. And that's not even to mention the fact that they have different rates for, you know, peak season and low season and all that other stuff. Plus the other AMR resorts are less expensive than Zoëtry. Zoëtry is definitely up there price wise. Which dates did I choose over here? I forget. I think it was the 1st or the 3rd. 1st or the 3rd. 1 room, 2 guests. Look at this, the same room. $1,696. That's almost $900 more, right? So like I said, it's about a 70 to 75% discount when you have the master agent rates unlocked. Absolutely incredible. Okay. Any other questions with this before I show you how to book a transfer and stuff like that? I'll keep an eye on the chat box just in case. For time's sake, I'm going to keep going. So here you can, after choosing your room, this is booking for a client, guys. This is not the master agent rates right now, okay? So you can add all this different stuff on, even travel protection, okay? And this, let's see, they have this Art of Indulgence, which is a spa package you can add on. Here's those transfers that I mentioned. Right, they have romance packages. You can even do a girlfriend's getaway package. So let's keep going. So guys, for the helicopter transfer, after you have booked the room, you're then going to go to the resort's site and book the transfer that way. It's very plain to see. You just have to take a look, right? So you'll fill all the guest information, reserve, pay, all that stuff as you already know. All right. So let me close out all this stuff. Stop sharing. Anyone have questions after all that I showed today? Like I said, this was recorded, right? So you will have access to this, and I will include the slideshow in the YouTube description as a link. So you'll have all this information accessed easily. All right, so guys, if you have no questions, you are more than welcome to go. All right, thank you so much for attending. I appreciate your time.